Hello and welcome to the Chris Roll Podcast on iCode Media. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and what a year it has been. This will be the last show of the year. We'll be taking a few weeks off at the beginning of 2021, but I'm excited to share that CooperVision has stepped up to continue their support for Ted and me in 2021, and believe me, this helps us deliver high-quality content on a constant basis, and we're truly grateful for that partnership. We also have people who will reach out to us often asking about how many people listen to the podcast and how we get different guests. And so if you have different guests in mind that you want to hear Ted or I talk to, that's great. Just email us and let us know what you think. We moved past a few milestones this year, and we couldn't have done that without our regular listeners and subscribers, and we're really grateful for that support and encouragement. This year, we celebrated our 100th full-length episode, and we also have had over 130,000 downloads over the past year, so thank you so much for your support. Ted and I can't say how humbled we are to be a part of your regular week. We really, truly appreciate that. In this final episode, I want to talk about the updates to the 2021 CPT codes, specifically in 99 codes. And I want to hit on a few points in the definitions that always seem to lead to confusion for clinicians, as I've talked about this a number of times across the country, virtually, of course. And so within those AMA definitions, there's two things. One is the type of problem, and the other is the problem assessed. So I want to cover those definitions. So when we look at the type of problems for the 99 codes for MDM, for medical decision making, and the application of that portion of the 99 codes, the AMA defines a problem as, quote, a disease, condition, illness, injury, symptom, sign, finding, complaint, or other matter addressed at an encounter with or without the diagnosis being established at the time of the encounter. So this really could signify to be really anything that a patient is coming in, but also if that patient has multiple things going on that are identified in that encounter and managed in that encounter, now you can think about how you're going to apply this. So, for example, if a patient comes in with a scratchy, gritty eye and you see SPK, meibomian gland dysfunction, and ocular surface dysfunction or dry eye, you might code all three of those things, and those could all be problems that are then addressed. And so let's look at the AMA's definition of problems addressed. They say, quote, a problem is addressed or managed when it is evaluated, treated at the encounter by a physician or other qualified healthcare professional reporting a service. This includes consideration of further testing or treatment that may not be elected by virtue of risk-benefit analysis or patient, guardian, parent, surrogate choice. And then it says, and I'll highlight this portion, and it says, notation in the patient's medical record that another professional is managing a problem without additional assessment or care coordination documented does not qualify as being addressed or managed. So you can't just say, Dr. Wolf is addressing this patient's whatever condition it is. And then referral without evaluation by history, exam, or diagnostic studies, or consideration of treatment does not qualify as being addressed either. So again, I think the bottom line is that it will be addressed if it's a condition that you're documenting, and a problem is almost anything, whether it's a complaint, a sign, a symptom, or a finding that you're encountering. So what I think the bottom line here is, make sure that you're documenting, even if it's a subtle finding that you're addressing at that visit. You don't have to pile on, but if it's a problem that you're addressing at that visit, make sure you document it, make sure you code it, and then you will be appropriately, the complexity of your examination will be appropriately valued, and you can choose the correct 99 code. So if you want comprehensive instruction at your own pace, on your own schedule about the new 99 codes and strategies to implement these codes with 92 codes in a way that can generate you more revenue without additional work, check out our completely revamped billing and coding course at iCodeEducation.com. That's EYECODE education.com, or check out the links in today's show notes. Lastly, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast, write a review, and share it with your friends. At iCode Media, we believe in advancing the optometric profession by diving deep into eye care topics and providing actionable steps for our listeners and subscribers. Thanks again for your listening this year. We truly appreciate your support. We'll be back on January 18th, 2021. We'll talk to you again next year.